In a world where sports icons are often built over decades, Caitlin Clark carved her name into the annals of history before she turned 24. As of May 2025, the trailblazing guard boasts an estimated net worth of $5 million, a figure propelled by record-breaking endorsement deals, media ventures, and her transformative impact on the game. Her $28 million contract with Nike, the most lucrative for a WNBA player in history, is just one facet of the larger Caitlin Clark effect, a phenomenon that's helped redefine not just women's basketball, but women's sports as a whole. Born on January 22, 2002, in Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark grew up in a household where sports weren't just entertainment, they were a lifestyle. Her father, Brent Clark, played both basketball and baseball at Simpson College, earning all-conference honors, while her mother, Nitsi Clark, applied her marketing acumen to eventually help manage Caitlin's branding through CC22 Ventures, LLC. Her grandfather, Bob Nitsi, was a legendary football coach at Dowling Catholic High School, laying the groundwork for a multi-generational devotion to athletics. The middle child between an older brother, Blake, who played football at Iowa State, and a younger brother, Colin, who regularly challenged her to high-stakes sibling basketball matches in the basement, Caitlin developed a sharp competitive edge early. "She tackled me into a wall going after a rebound," Colin once joked, a playful memory that illustrates the fierce intensity she's brought to every game since. Clark's basketball story began in unconventional fashion. At just 5 years old, she played on boys' teams due to a lack of girls' leagues, coached by her father and forged in competition that far outpaced her age group. She was also a multi-sport athlete, dabbling in soccer, volleyball, tennis, softball, and track, an athletic diversity that shaped her unmatched court awareness and feel for the game. By high school, Clark was already a phenom. At Dowling Catholic, she tallied 2,547 career points, ranking 4th in Iowa girls basketball history. Her accolades, McDonald's All-American, Gatorade State Player of the Year, and Miss Iowa Basketball, were matched by academic honors, including National Honor Society membership. Yet her decision to stay home and play for the University of Iowa rather than head to perennial powerhouses was the first major pivot in her legend. She chose to build, not follow. Off the court, Clark maintains a grounded and focused life. She is not married and has no children, devoting her energy to basketball and her broader mission. Since 2023, she has been in a relationship with Connor McCaffrey, a former Iowa men's basketball player and now an assistant coach at Butler University. Their shared love of the game forms the backbone of a relationship often seen in cheerful snapshots on her Instagram, at Caitlin Clark 22, which boasts over 2.8 million followers. Clark is a devout Catholic, attending Mass at St. Francis of Assisi in Des Moines. Her faith, nurtured in high school through daily prayers and spiritual community, has remained a central part of her life. It offers her balance amid fame and pressure. Her philanthropic work reflects these values. In 2023, she launched the Caitlin Clark Foundation to support underprivileged youth through education, sports access, and food security. The organization has since donated over $300,000 to Feeding America and partnered with Scholastic to distribute 22,000 books. She also collaborates with Musco Lighting to create community basketball courts in underserved neighborhoods. A dynamic media figure, Clark has comfortably stepped into the limelight. In 2024, she executive produced Full Court Press on ESPN+, documenting her senior year. Her appearance in a star-studded Nike ad during Super Bowl 58 and a viral Saturday Night Live skit roasting NBA-centric humor helped cement her crossover appeal. Her cultural resonance became so strong that she was even immortalized in butter at the Iowa State Fair, a quirky but telling symbol of her home state hero status. Professionally, Clark's transition from college to the pros was as impactful as any in recent memory. Selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever, she stepped onto the court with the weight of expectation. Her debut on May 14, 2024, against the Connecticut Sun was a mixed bag. 20 points but 10 turnovers in a loss, but soon, the narrative shifted. By the end of her rookie season, she was averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. She smashed league records for assists, 337, points by a rookie, 769, and three-pointers by a rookie, 122, propelling the Fever into the playoffs for the first time in nearly a decade. Her performances earned her the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year title and a spot on the All-WNBA First Team. Time magazine crowned her 2024 Athlete of the Year, an honor that signaled her influence beyond sport. Though a quad strain briefly sidelined her in May 2025, Clark bounced back quickly, continuing to help the Fever remain competitive. Her presence alone has driven record-breaking viewership and attendance numbers. Fever games now average 17,000 fans per night, and her televised games dominate ratings. Her income, though modest by NBA standards, reflects her status. Her 4-year WNBA contract is worth $338,056, a number that's dwarfed by her groundbreaking Nike deal, which includes a signature shoe. She's also signed with Wilson Sporting Goods, Gatorade, State Farm, and Buick. Notably, she was State Farm's first ever college athlete endorser. Her generosity, too, is notable. She shared some of her nil perks with Iowa teammates, like Nike gear, underscoring her loyalty and leadership. Caitlin's living arrangements are as practical and unpretentious as her personality. In 2024, she bought a $350,000 condo in Indianapolis near Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The 1,800-square-foot home features sleek modern interiors, a gym, and a balcony view of the skyline. She previously lived in a modest apartment during her college days in Iowa City. Her family's suburban West Des Moines home remains her grounding space, the same house where countless hours of basement shooting molded her now famous shot. Her vehicle lineup is functional yet stylish. She drives a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee, part of a NIL promotion, and a 2024 Buick Enclave, acquired through her Buick endorsement. She's often joked in interviews about her boring car preferences. "As long as it gets me to the gym, I'm good," she quipped to Sports Illustrated. Caitlin Clark's college career is arguably the greatest in women's basketball history. During her 4 years at Iowa, 2020 to 2024, she revolutionized the way the game was played and watched. As a freshman, she led the NCAA in scoring, and by her sophomore year, she became the first player, man or woman, to top both points and assists per game. Her junior year marked Iowa's first trip to the NCAA championship game, including a stunning 41-point Final Four performance against South Carolina. Her senior year was the exclamation point. On February 15, 2024, Clark passed Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time NCAA scoring record, finishing her collegiate run with 3,951 points. She also logged 1,144 assists, 990 rebounds, and 548 three-pointers, making her the only player in Division I history with over 3,800 points, 1,000 assists, and 950 rebounds. She won back-to-back Naismith Awards, 3 Big Ten Player of the Year titles, and became a 3-time unanimous All-American. In a game that symbolized her impact, the 2024 NCAA Championship drew 18.9 million viewers, eclipsing the men's final. In February 2025, Iowa retired her number 22 jersey, a number that, for fans and players alike, represents not just greatness but transformation. Caitlin Clark didn't merely dominate, she changed everything.